terrible weather. A few bottles of beer. The labels are not very damp. The bottles haven't been out long. A few beer bottles, old containers, and rusty cans. Just rubbish. A syringe. Looks quite clean.
Who the hell is that? Nurse, is that you again? I'm heating the place like I'm supposed to. Not one of those crackpots of yours is freezing. Don't you worry. The boiler is running full blast, so leave me alone.
This is Samuel Gordon. Can you open the door?
Who?
I'd just like to ask you about something.
Yeah? What do you want from me?
My Uncle Robert runs this institution. Can you let me in?
I couldn't care less about who's running this booby hatch. I don't belong to the doctor bunch, and I don't have to obey old Gordon. Give me a break and mind your own business.
All right, but I just need to find something out. Then I'll be gone.
Oh well, okay, what do you want?
It seems to be quite hot inside. Are you heating at full power?
There's no other way when the weather's like this. I'll sit here the whole day and night in this awful heat.
Well, you can turn it down a little, can't you?
Impossible. They've just installed this new regulator. It takes care of maintaining the right temperature for itself. If it could also do the shoveling for me, I'd have one less thing to worry about.
So why don't you just leave the door open?
Well, that's another problem. I don't want the nurse checking up on me. She comes by to have a peek inside here from time to time to see whether I'm asleep or something. When the door is closed, I can cool myself down with beer whenever I want.
I see. Have you seen Dr. Gordon recently?
No, I haven't. I'm closed. Nobody ever comes around here anyway, except the head nurse. I last saw him about a month or so ago. Yeah, last month. It was Thursday, I think. No, not after that. But you said you were his nephew, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Well, then it's you who should know where he is.
What do you know about the runaway patient?
There was a lot of confusion about his escape here. Haven't a clue why they made so much fuss over one silly loony.
That loony is a member of my family. He may be disturbed, but he's no fool.
Oh, I'm sorry. How could I know that you were related?
Now, why I asked. You know this place well, right?
Sure. I've worked here for some years now.
If you wanted to get outside, how would you do it?
Listen, these are some odd questions, you know. Aren't you an inspector or something like that?
You think inspections are carried out at midnight? So how does one escape out of a locked cell?
Well, I have no idea why you're interested in this, but I don't think there's a simple way out. Maybe from the hall, into the sewers under the building. Other than that, I don't know. If you manage to get that far, the rest wouldn't be a problem. The sewer has several openings that nobody's watching. Why are you asking anyway?
I'm just considering all the alternatives.
Right.
I have to see the cell from the inside. If it's impossible to get out, as everyone says, how could James have escaped without someone having helped him? But who could have helped him? That nurse, maybe. Or Robert himself. Robert's disappearance is surely connected with James somehow. I see you have a decent supply of beer. What if the head nurse saw those bottles?
No big deal. She can see them outside. As long as she doesn't catch me with one in my hands, she has nothing to complain about.
I won't be keeping you any longer.
Good.
A heap of damp coal. It would still burn well in a strong fire. Everyone who died within the walls of the sanatorium rests here. A gloomy place. The metal doors have no locks to prevent just anyone from entering. The resting place of someone of a noble family. It hides a few flickering candles from the rain. May I speak with you?
Sure.
Could you possibly do me a favor? I'd like to make a call to the manor to check if anything has changed regarding Robert. If you could show me where the phone is...
I'm sorry, I can't let you inside. But I could call myself.
Right. Here's the number then.
I do not need it. It is in the internal phone book. Wait here.
All right. I need to do this quickly before she returns. I won't be digging in that trash. It's mostly old paper. It's full of clean water. The water in it. The label doesn't ring a bell. It has a slot of some kind at the bottom. There are some coins in it. The coin fits in the groove at the bottom. A little key was hidden there. A strong sedative will put a person to sleep for a whole day. Defanol. I have no idea what it's good for. Maybe a relaxant, who knows? Some drops. Cantropin diminishes headaches. I still have enough of my own pills.
It took a while. No one was answering the phone this late.
No problem. Did you learn anything about Robert?
Unfortunately, Mr. Gordon has not returned yet.
I see. Thank you for your time.
You are quite welcome. It was nothing.
Can you tell me anything about the sanatorium graveyard?
I have worked here for almost 12 years now, and I know next to nothing about it.
Has it always belonged to the sanatorium?
As far as I know, it has. We no longer use it for burying, but it would have served its purpose in the past. Many patients would spend their whole life here, and when their time came, they would be buried at the back of the sanatorium. But that was a long time before I started here. I do not know much else about that place.
That's all. Thanks. I spilt a little, but the syringe is full of sedative now. I'll go with full dose, so it kicks in fast. Now, get him to drink it. I'll have a look. The middle rod seems to be loose. Maybe I could pull it out somehow. It's holding firmly to the masonry.
You again?
May I speak with you? What do you know about the graveyard at the back of the sanatorium?
Well, it's a graveyard.
Do they bury patients there?
Nah, not anymore. But I wouldn't go there if I were you. Especially not now. I'm no coward. But one never knows what can happen.
What do you think I should be afraid of?
No graveyard is suitable for a midnight walk. Especially not this one. You have any idea who all's lying there? Lunatics, maniacs, madmen. You name their twist, they're there. But why am I telling you this anyway? Go where you like.
I won't be keeping you any longer.
Good. What the heck are you doing, man? Get away from that window!